guys, welcome back. I've missed ya. I'm excited for today's video. Today we're gonna get into chit-chatting about hosting for the holidays. You may be lucky enough to get to host your family in your house, and some of you may be panicking if that's you. So I wanted to give you a few simple tips and tricks, things that I've learned or done or am planning on doing this holiday season that I think will make you look like an expert hoster and will also make Christmas so special for you and your family and just make it feel so festive. Okay, but before we start this video, I just want to say thank you to our sponsor, Bingo Blitz, for today's video. Now, let's just talk about a bingo moment really quick. You know, when you are hosting, you get the meal right, you have the hors d'oeuvres, your table is beautiful, you're maybe hosting family overnight, the beds are made, you have the right candles lit, everything is coming together. That is a bingo moment. That feeling of like, yes, it all worked out. Very similar when you're playing this app, Bingo Blitz. Now, late at night, after the kids go to bed or during nap time, really whenever I have a second to myself, I absolutely love playing this game because it's just fun. And it's not really like the ordinary bingo that y'all are thinking of. Over 1 million people play Bingo Blitz every single day. It's an amazing game, it's fun, it's exciting. You can play multiple cards at a time. They have this adorable little blitzy guy that kind of leads you through as you travel. Right now I'm in Madrid. If you guys want to try Bingo Blitz, click my link below. You guys can download the app for free, and if you use code Sharrah, you can get extra credits to your account, and y'all can have fun playing Bingo Blitz right along with me. So, we're gonna kick off this video. I always wait to think of the question of the video as I'm saying it, which is a really bad habit that I've gotten into. What is your favorite family recipe that you have? Now this could be cookies, a certain cookie type that you love that you make every year. This could be a certain savory dish. I wanna know what your favorite is, what your go-to is, or maybe even something that you like whip out to impress everybody, you know? I'm gonna give you guys a few of mine later, but I wanna know what yours are. I think we should all share them, and this could be a really great comment thread of really good recipe ideas. If you haven't thumbs up this video, please do, and remember to hit subscribe if you haven't joined our little family here on YouTube. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so the way that we're gonna break this video down is by the senses. I feel like when you go somewhere and it's beautiful, it's a wonderful time. If you go somewhere and it smells delicious or smells so, like you go to a hotel and you're like, wow, what is that fragrance? Your senses are engaged and it just makes the experience better, right? So that's how I've tried to like break this all down for us. So we're gonna start with a very common sense, and that is what you see. I'm gonna kind of show you guys how I set up the dinner table for our future Christmas meal. And what's so exciting is almost everything on this table is shoppable. With my partner this year, who is Amber Marie & Co., they literally have everything in their warehouse, which if you guys saw the Shop With Me video for this Christmas season, we got to tour the warehouse and it was so cool. But she also has given me a discount code. So you guys can get 10% off anything that you see in these videos or anything on her website with the code Sharrah. So don't forget that little fact. Now some things are not from her, like these cute little napkins. These are actually from Anthropologie, so if it's not from her too, I'll be sure to link those below. But almost everything else is. Like, hello, can we talk about these cute Santa? Oh, Santa plates. Okay, so there's this pattern and there's this pattern. It's just so stinking cute. Mixing in some fun plates is really awesome. These are the Norman Rockwell Christmas plates. That is my theme this year, is a very classic vintage Norman Rockwell Christmas. I found these on Facebook Marketplace and I only could get 4. So my big tip is like the top plate, which is your salad plate. That's what you guys should buy new. That's what you see, but it's obviously too small. You need to layer it with something. So getting on Facebook Marketplace and looking for some vintage dishes is a great way to save money on the big dish. Also, I was too early because I'm doing this in October, but when all y'all see this video and you go to shop, they will have this at the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree comes out with red plates during the holiday season. So I was hoping actually to get just solid red plates, but when I went to Dollar Tree, they said they wouldn't be in until early November. But that would look adorable too if you got a bunch of the little small guys, layered it on top of a $1.99 or $1.25 plate. That's how you make a really beautiful impact for not a lot of money. Also, if you did want to get the plaid, since I only had 4 of the Norman Rockwell, I went to Pottery Barn and found these which were more expensive. But if you really want that plaid look, then I'd recommend checking those out. All right, so we're deconstructing this place setting here. Now underneath is the best part. This is the cutest Santa you've ever seen. I don't think there's a better vintage Santa picture I've ever, right? Is he just not the cutest? He's just like classic and vintage and like sweet and chubby and just precious. I just love him. But he's paper, he's recycled paper. So that means your little kids could draw on it if you have little kids, or if they spill on it, which most people will, that cranberry sauce or something, this is going in the trash or in the recycling. So you're not ruining a nice placemat, and I think it adds such like a fun little drop of character and just like playfulness to your table setting. I'm using these for dinner, but if this is too fun and casual for your dinner tablescape, you could use these for your breakfast tablescape if you're hosting breakfast or a Christmas brunch. I think, or like a Christmas lunch would be really fun too. They also come with this cutie little candy cane that matches. They're technically either name cards, so you could use a black Sharpie and you could like write the person's name right here or a cross right here and put that on top of the plate, or you could put it underneath your silverware on one side of the plate, which is how I did it. I just think that makes it so festive and fun. And then I found these at Target last year. They aren't gonna have them this year, but you'll be able to find little cute little sprigs. You could even get a sprig of something out in your yard and make these if you wanted to, and then it just adds that festive touch that's just very special. Okay, so we got the big plate, the salad plate, the napkin on top, and then I have these. Now these are just little dishes. I love these. They come in a set of 2, so they actually come like this. These are on Amber's site, and they come with these little reindeer toothpicks. Can you see that? They come with a bunch of them, so you could put a bunch of little cheese cubes in this. I just thought they were so cute and festive, and I just love it. You could do olives if you did like a cheese board spread. Down the center of the table is another paper runner. So there's 2 different colors. I'm using red for dinner, and I think I'm gonna use the green one for breakfast. It also is paper, so if people stain it or drop something on it, if you guys have hosted and you have like a nice linen runner or something, you have to get it laundered or you have to wash it, then you have to iron it. It's kind of like a big to-do. So having a paper one that looks really fun and festive is actually a really great time saver, I think. Now these dishes are my grandmother's wedding china, and this cup is my wedding china. So that's kind of a fun way to elevate breakfast versus dinner. Adding the specialty glasses really makes Christmas dinner, I think, feel more special and fun. Now this particular style of plate, this beautiful cutie little Santa, he is in a set, okay? At Amber Marie's store, they have all kinds of serving dishes and mugs and just like adorable little details that you guys can add to your Christmas collection if that's something you're wanting to do this year. She also has sweet little baking sets that have like a spatula with a cookie cutter or a roller with a spatula. Those make for really great gifts, but they also, if you're like me and my kids are finally at the age where they're gonna be interested, Sawyer's interested in baking with me, and like, I didn't have any Christmas spatulas or anything Christmassy when it came to baking, and I feel like it's so fun to start new traditions with your kids and make Christmas cookies for your neighbors or just make Christmas cookies for yourself, and to have a cute little measuring cup that has Santa on it is just fun. Just like you bring out your Christmas tree, you bring out all your Christmas dishes, and then you take your basic measuring cup and you can put that in a bin, and then when Christmas is over, you can get it back out. I think that's really fun. And look how cute this little pitcher is. So if you want to serve water or even juice, this would be a cute juice pitcher for the breakfast. And lastly, as far as the visual sensation or visual senses, and you guys seeing really cute things or adding those touches, adding a Christmassy soap dish or soap dispenser to your bathrooms, and also putting out some Christmas kitchen towels. Okay, now that we've covered how to make your home visually so Christmassy and beautiful for the holidays, let's talk about the next sense, listening. What kind of things could you bring into your home that make Christmas sound so beautiful and special? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Let's go over here.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come.
Okay, you guys know I'm a huge fan of my little record player. Copyright. Can't listen to that. I love the record player. I think it's so vintage, Something about it just feels Christmassy. Even if you're not doing a vintage Christmas, I don't know why record players, does that, anyone else feel that way? But you can get, obviously, Christmas records. You can even buy them on Amazon. If you're my age or younger, you may be wondering, where do I buy a record? Noah is a youngin'. You probably didn't even know where to buy records, did you, Noah? Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're popular.
Are they back? Oh, okay, they're back. Oh, they're trendy. Got it. So, records are great. Now, another really great, I have to plug my brother because I love his Christmas album. My brother, Jimmy Robeson, his church, they made an amazing Christmas album. They are wonderful Christmas songs. They're on that website. I'll link it below if you guys want to check them out. But adding a lovely, whether it's like on an actual stereo system. Whoa, I just aged myself. If you have an Alexa and you're cool like that, you can play regular Christmas music, obviously, but this is like a 2-in-1. It's a twofer. You get a visual cool look and you get the sound. Okay, so what's the next sense? We did what you see, what you hear. I feel like we need to do what you smell. And that brings us to the kitchen. So let's go this way. Okay, so for this simmer pot, it's very easy. You literally could do it in like a minute. And this is something that would be really cute in a mason jar. If you were to do the same prep, put it in a mason jar with water and put a bow around it, you can just give it to somebody and then they can just dump it in their pot. I think that's what I'm gonna do this year. Get a knife, get an orange, slice the orange. The peel is really the thing that's gonna be the most fragrant. You can use 1 to 2 oranges depending on how big of a pot you have, but the peel is the most important. The orange is really pretty, but it doesn't have a ton of fragrance, so it has more flavor. Something that also makes it look really pretty, it does not add much to the scent, but it does add to the visual, is getting fresh cranberries, adding that to the pot. Now, the next thing, if you guys are doing this in Christmas time, I'm not, so I don't have access to a real Christmas tree. You can use rosemary, but you also, if you have a Christmas tree, or you can buy like actual Christmas branches at the grocery store, but if not, you can just use 3 to 4 sprigs of rosemary, and then 2 to 3 cinnamon sticks, and then your whole cloves. Then you fill it up with water, you put it on the stove, and you let it simmer. Within like 15 minutes, the aroma of the simmer pot is just gonna fill your house, and you're gonna love it. But put it on low, and you fill the water up just until it covers the top of the ingredients. So just remember, every like 2 to 3 hours, check on your simmer pot. You can add more water. There's tons of scent in there. And the simmer pot itself will last you 2 to 3 days. So if you keep it, you want to turn it back on in the morning, you totally can. Just continue to check every 2 to 3 hours to make sure that the water has not fully evaporated. Okay, now in the event that you don't want to actually do a simmer pot, but you really want a beautiful fragrance in your house. I'm super into this fragrance this year. This is a Fraser fir. If you guys have artificial trees in your house like I do and you don't get that Christmas tree scent, this is a hand-poured candle from Pickwick & Co. So these are made in Kansas City. You can get these on Amber's website, Amber Marie & Co. And you can get 10% off, let me tell you. But these are great gifts. I would stock up on these. I did stock up on these this year, and I have these burning all the time, because they just smell like a creamy, sweet, balsam, Fraser, cedar wood kind of smell. And they're just perfect for the holidays. They're not overwhelming, but it just gives you that like beautiful scent in your house. Another way to appeal to your smelling senses and also your visual senses, I'm gonna show you guys a really beautiful centerpiece, or just something you could put on your kitchen counter. It is so easy and so festive and so beautiful. So we're gonna whip that together really quickly. This is kind of a visual thing, but it also does smell very nice too. Okay, so you're just gonna need a few things for this beautiful floral arrangement. You're going to get some lovely greeneries. You're gonna get ones that look like this, okay? And I got these all at Trader Joe's. I'm also mixing in some hydrangeas, some red roses, and some whole cranberries, okay? So you're gonna take the greenery and you're gonna put it in a large vase, and you're gonna kind of spin it so that it fills the vessel. Depending on how big your vase is, you may probably only need 1, maybe 2 of these ones. So we have a really nice, beautiful green base. Then you're gonna take your whole cranberries and you're gonna put them in on the top. Then you're gonna take some clear Scotch tape and you're going to make a grid pattern on the top. And this is gonna help keep your flowers in place and give you a beautiful arrangement. Then you're gonna add in your hydrangeas, which are white or white roses. Make sure you trim them so that they're just at the top. Then you're gonna add some red roses. Now this is gonna add that Christmassy flair. Take all the leaves off, trim them on an angle, and place them throughout. One thing to keep in mind, I poured out some of the water. I felt like the cranberries were floating at the top and the greens were on the bottom, and you want them to be together. So I poured out a bunch of water and then I stacked more cranberries in there. And that is better. You kind of, when you're first doing it, it looks like the water's gonna come out, but you kind of need it to be like not a lot of water. That way the cranberries don't have anywhere to float above the greens. You want them to sit on the greens. If you run into that problem, dump out some water and add more cranberries, and we're done. Okay, moving into taste. Are you ready? A new favorite Christmas candy that I just discovered this year are these little Brock's Christmas tree peppermint chews. I have been fighting both Noah and my husband off of these the last week because I'm like, guys, we need to have them for these videos. Stop eating them. They're addicting. Don't buy them, but buy them. You know what I mean? Another thing, so I picked up some goodies from Amber Marie's store. These are her top sellers that she sells out every year. The first is called Hot Ruby, and it's a cranberry cider. Now, you can just warm this up on the stove and serve it. You can obviously spike it if you want, if you're having an adult party and you want to add some sort of alcohol to it, but it is alcohol-free, so you can just warm it up and serve it. Then we have these delicious spreads. So Amber was telling me 2 recommended uses for these guys, okay? First, you have spicy chili bacon jam. She told me you add a scoop or 2 of this to your mashed potatoes and it will level up your mashed potatoes. Makes them kind of spicy, it's got a bacon flavor to them. Warm, cheesy, creamy mashed potatoes, that just sounds perfect. And then this is a jalapeno gold, which is a candied pepper jam, and she was saying on like a cream cheese spread, you just get a block of cream cheese, you can pour this over the top, add some crackers on the side of one of these beautiful little dishes, and there you go. You have your nice little hors d'oeuvre that you're gonna bring to your party in a jar. Having an arsenal of like appetizers and a beverage, that's kind of all you need if you wanna be a good host, okay? And then make sure it smells good with that simmer pot. Now, as far as recipes, things that I have grown up with that I love, the first thing is the fact that obviously we all make Christmas cookies, and I'm actually doing a video this year with my boys. I don't remember if it comes out before or after this video, so y'all may have seen it, but if it hasn't come out yet, get excited because we baked some Christmas cookies and I shared the Christmas cookie recipe. But if you want some really fun Christmas cookies that are like powdered sugary, they're just delicious. I'm gonna link 2 recipes below for you guys. I didn't make them today because I didn't have the time. But if you wanna make a really fun, one of them has a cherry on top and has this really delicious icing, and another one is just like kind of a dry tea cookie with some powdered sugar on top, and they're amazing. And the third thing is my grandma had the most amazing baked beans recipe. So if you wanna add baked beans as a side for Christmas, it's a delicious side dish. Kids will love it, adults will love it. I actually made it as a gift for some of my neighbors where I made it and then I put it in mason jars with a bow on it, and it turned out really delicious. And it's also great for like Christmas Eve. If people don't know what to make and they just have their family and they're not hosting anything big, it's just kind of a really good side if you do like steak or something or chicken, and you could do these baked beans. And they're like elevated baked beans, okay? You have to buy beans that you've never heard of, but they're at the store. I'm like, I didn't even know these were a bean you could buy. They're not just your basic beans, okay? Okay, last but not least, we have one more sense, and that is touch. There's really only 2 things that I think of when you have guests staying at your home. I bet you could guess what they are. The first is bed sheets, and the second is towels. There's nothing worse than having stinky towels, old towels, rough towels. Getting some new fresh towels before you host family in your home is a really great idea. And if you don't want to break the bank, I have really great news, because my favorite towel place, are you ready? Do you know what it is? I've talked about it a lot on here. Costco. Go to Costco and get yourself the big bed or towel bath sheets. They're huge, they're so soft, and they're so affordable. I think they're like $12 or $10 per towel, and they will last you for a very long time. And then when it comes to your bed sheets, my ride or die I will always love is Kiki Pants, which is a baby pajama company But they make the softest bed sheets known to man. I mean, get them for yourself, and then you're gonna wanna get them for everyone. You can give them as gifts. I did that one year. I was showing Tyler, I thought I found a good Amazon dupe the other day, and I'm like, oh, this kind of feels like them. And he goes, no. When you touch a Kiki sheet, it's like cool to the touch. They have a cooling technology. That's what everyone wants, right? It will make your guests be very happy that they visited you for Christmas. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this was kind of a fun encouragement that you guys can do it. You can totally have a wonderful hosted Christmas. I hope that you feel empowered, that you have a few little yummy tricks that are really just gonna make your space and your home smell good, taste good, look good, feel good. That's like what we're going for. Make sure you let me know what your favorite holiday recipe is, or something you've kind of grown up with or that you've always made. I love you guys. I hope you have the best day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Somebody's here, I gotta go.